Well, hello there, listener. My name is Matthew Renfro, host of The Fro Show, and you're listening to another great Four-Eyed Radio product. For more shows, check out foureyedradio.com.
It's your good pal, Steve-O from the 4i Radio Network. I'm here to talk to you about a wonderful designer we all know, Revenge Lover. Illustrates and designs that fit your personality. For samples and inquiries, please visit revengelover.com. And just do yourself a favor and tell them Steve-O sent you. I know it really doesn't count for anything, but, I mean, come on. Who are you gonna trust? You gonna trust somebody else? No, you're gonna trust me, Steve-O. Because, face it, I'm awesome.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another week of Appropriately Inappropriate. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed last week's episode, as it was myself and two lovely ladies, Therese Salufo and Carrie Lynn Gallagher. They're brand new to comedy, so it was cool to talk with them, get into some stories and how they kind of come up with jokes, because it was so different. Carrie Lynn's got that ridiculous folder filled of jokes. It was insane. And also, welcome back, guys. It's been 2 weeks. Nancy is back in studio. Thank God. Nancy, how you doing?
Oh, I'm so good.
Are you? You feeling good?
Feeling good. I feel like a guest because I've been gone so long. I'm like, thanks for having me back, Kev. Thanks for having me. Thanks for listening.
How's the pregnancy going?
Good. Let's see, I'm halfway through, just a few days over halfway. They moved my due date to Christmas Day, so hopefully I can have it way before that.
You don't want a Christmas baby? Then you got to get them extra gifts.
I have one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
No, you don't.
Kaylee.
On Christmas?
A week before.
All right, yeah, so that's almost even worse.
Yeah, so I'm going to make it, not only am I going to give these kids a Christmas baby, I'm going to make them share a birthday.
Perfect.
Just to piss them off. Let's see, you can follow my weight gain. I've gained exactly 13 pounds.
That's it?
Well, I'm halfway, so if I gain 30 pounds,
I guess that's right.
That's kind of a lot.
Yeah,
so.
And I'm up 13 as well. I'm just kidding.
Congratulations. Oh, I'm still so sober.
Hopefully, I get rid of my baby before yours. It's been in there for 6 years now.
Maybe you should have a Hanukkah baby.
I told a joke the other night where I was like, women hate when they're pregnant. I don't hate when they're pregnant, but when they're pregnant, they hate when people come up and touch their stomach. Like, that's weird.
No one's done that to me.
Right? Because you don't look that pregnant. You're still normal build, just with a little bit of a belly of 13 pounds.
Yeah.
You have a bowling ball right now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah, that is like a bowling ball.
Yeah, a heavier one, but still one that'll knock all the pins down.
Feels like one.
So, does it have the fingers in there? We can just never mind. So, I got creepy.
Yeah.
But, people don't like. Women don't like when people do that, when they touch their stomach. It's like, it's not an invitation to just start rubbing my stomach. Because when you're not pregnant, people don't go up and be like, oh, let me feel those abs.
Right, that's assault, I think.
Yeah. So anyways, that was the joke I never did again.
It would be really weird if people did it to you.
Well, that was the end of the joke. I'm like, people do it to me, and I'm like, your wish isn't coming true. So, but yeah, I'm not doing that. Actually, the only reason I told it is because people at the bar, as I was going in to do my set, were talking about that. And I was like, that's kind of funny. I'll try it.
Yeah, did it get laughs?
Yeah, a little bit, but not. I don't want to do that joke anymore.
Everyone
I want to
loves
lose enough
joke.
weight to where I can't do that joke anymore.
What's your plan to lose weight?
I got to eat healthy. I got to stop drinking. And I got to exercise a little bit. I have a skateboard now.
Oh,
which
cool.
One of our guests today gave me his skateboard.
How cool.
So I'm super stoked
Billy
to start
just
riding.
got a skateboard, too.
He did?
He just got it.
A longboard?
It's a longboard, yeah.
I have that.
You guys should skateboard together.
Holy
Only
shit.
at night so no one sees you.
Yeah.
Because he got it to take the dog skateboarding. Because, we walk the dog at night.
Yeah.
Over the summer, it's so hot here.
Way too hot.
Oh, my God. All right, so we live in Arizona, for those of you who don't know. It's really hot. We have desert animals here. Last night we went on a walk. I saw 2 huge raccoons.
By our house?
Right by our house.
Really?
In someone's lawn, just chilling.
Are you sure they were raccoons?
I couldn't be more
sure?
I am so sober right now.
Those are forest animals.
That's what I thought. I looked it up,
that's
too.
what they are.
It's not common. There wasn't like, Scottsdale raccoons.
They are so lost.
Yeah.
Well, shit, yeah. No, Ryan Lawson's one of our guests. Levi Manis is the other guest. Ryan was the one that gave me the skateboard. I'm super stoked to start skating with your husband now. We're going to cruise the streets. I fell off the first time I got on it, so I'm kind of eerie to get back on the board. But yeah, this is going to be fun, man. It's cool. I'm glad he got one.
I'm glad. Well, he skateboards in the house. I'm like, hello, no skateboarding in the house. Something already got broken.
That's awesome. He skateboards in the house.
Well, just when he first got it.
That's how wealthy Nancy is. Just skateboarding in her humongous house.
Well, he just wanted to see if he could do it. It's so hot outside. Just do it in the house.
Does he have pads?
Like wrist guards?
Yeah.
No, he's straight.
Okay. Because Braden has a skateboard, but I'm teaching him how to do it so we can go riding around the neighborhood. And we went, I'm like, you need pads because we don't have health insurance. Yeah, do you have them? He is like, if he falls, he won't even know that he fell. Not only does he have pads, I think I put springs on the outside of the pad so he bounces right back up onto the board. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. He's like, got the regular wrist guards, elbow pads, knee pads, and then I just duct tape a pillow around his body. He looks ridiculous, but he's stoked.
Just laugh at him.
Oh, I do, of course.
Yeah, you don't wear any protective stuff.
I'm going to have to after my first spill.
You should. Are you going to wait till you fall first?
I have fallen. That's what I'm telling you. The first time I stepped on it, I fell.
Did you get hurt?
Nah, I'm a man.
It's true.
So, yeah, I cried for a while. And I just laid under my car so nobody could see.
I can't wait to see you skateboard. This is going to be great.
It's not going to be fun at all, but you know what? Everyone in my neighborhood is so old that they're going to think it's a hoverboard and I'm from the future.
Oh, did you know Lexus came out with a hoverboard?
Yeah, and a friend of mine got booked for their ads.
Okay, but I heard it only works in, they have, hollowed out or empty swimming pools, let's say, but they have, magnets on them. Because, not like you think you can do it in that one show, Back to the Future. Yeah, that's what hoverboards are from. They don't just work. You have to either have a magnet around you, or I think they made some other ones with fans on them. So we'll get there.
Yeah, we will. Now, so shout out to my friend Alex Phillips. He booked the national campaign for Lexus.
Nice.
And he's literally dying to get a hoverboard. So we'll see. Actually, a couple more shout outs I have to do. Mr. Robinson aired this past week, and have a couple friends that are on that show. So shout out to them, Asif Ali and Ethan Lee. You guys killed it. It's actually a really funny show, so check it out. It's on Wednesdays. They had 2 episodes this last week. I think they're only doing 6, so start watching it on Wednesdays quick, because then it's going to be over, and hopefully they get a season 2. But it's funny. And anything else?
Huh?
Nothing else?
No.
All right, we have no intro song this week, because a new one's being made. And it's going to be awesome.
Okay.
So I'm super, super stoked.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So hopefully we get that soon. You guys, the next thing you're going to hear is us with our guests, Ryan Lawson and Levi Manis. So everybody enjoy the episode. And we're here. Let's see. We did a whole intro. You guys just listen to it, or you fast forward through it, whatever you got to do. Levi won't be in this episode because I'm an idiot, and I didn't send him the address. And he's like an hour and a half away from the studio. So, sorry, guys. Levi's a comic from Seattle, and so I don't know when he'll be back on the show. I feel horrible right now. But you know what? It's Nancy's fault, because she has his email address.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
You don't. I have all
It's Nancy's fault.
It was my fault 100%.
She just found out his name, so...
But the good news is we have Ryan all to ourselves. So
if you didn't hear the first episode that you were on, Ryan, it was one of the better ones we've had. Aww. And it was fun, and then at the end it was super uplifting, and I felt like I needed to be a better person. So who knows where it's going to take us?
So we had him back. He's got a great laugh.
He does that. He has one of the best laughs.
Hopefully we can make Kevin a better person with the second time of Ryan. Ryan's second time.
I donated to charity right after that episode. It was crazy.
Whoa.
Well, it's going to get into debauchery this time.
Yes!
So
Now that's what I like.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
So, all right, before we even got started, really, we got into talking about the dentist because you went to the dentist today, which is something I don't do. I brush my teeth and stuff, but I just don't go to the dentist.
What's and stuff? Do you floss?
I mean, No.
I water pick every 3 months.
Water pick.
I don't do
I'm
that.
at the dentist religiously twice a year, every 6 months.
I eat like angel hair pasta, and so I slide that through my teeth.
What is
Is that the same
The natural dental floss is celery.
Is that blood or marinara?
Right.
Celery
That's
is
right.
nature's dental floss.
I do a lot of celery and just kind of
Yeah.
picking chicken wings. So
Ugh, gross.
that's how I pick my teeth.
Well, he's a survivalist.
It's so bad.
Survives.
And I eat a ton of Rolos. Those stick to your teeth, so
It's a sealant right there.
peel the cavities right off.
Wait, have you had a cavity before, Kevin?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why
I'm
you didn't go
pretty
back.
sure I need a root canal 5 years ago. No, my teeth are fine. I have had cavities though, and actually one time I was getting a tooth filled. Now my regular dentist wasn't there that day, and he's an older guy. He was actually a really fun dentist guy, whatever, he's a cool guy. We would talk sports and stuff, and then he'd go in and do his thing, and it was whatever. And I'd always give him shit because as the dentist, they don't do a whole lot.
Yeah, right.
They just kind of pick at your gums and your teeth, make you bleed a little bit, and then be like, floss, dude. The 3 times you flossed today before you got here doesn't fool me.
Yeah.
So he wasn't there that day, and I had to get this tooth filled. And it was a younger guy that was the other dentist in the office, but I'd never seen him before. And he just talked like a huge douchebag instantly. Was like, Kevin, you ready? I was like, who the fuck are you, man?
Were you an adult or like?
Yeah, he's like 10 years older than me, which
Okay.
made me feel
He's
great
like
how
walking you
successful
back.
he was.
Don't mind the flip cup table.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
totally. He was.
Maverick.
Actually, just lay down on that.
He was. Oh God, he was the biggest douche. So he puts when you get a tooth filled, they put the ring around the tooth. I don't know why. I guess so they know what tooth they're doing, but probably for other reasons. And I'm laying back, so you're laying down, and my mouth's wide open. And the one thing about the dentist too is why do they ask you questions once they start fucking inside your mouth?
Yeah.
Don't know. They all do.
Yeah.
I'm getting my teeth cleaned. And she's talking to me.
Yeah.
But the only time they
I
ask
don't
a
know
question,
sign language.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
right?
Blink yes or no, Morse code.
Oh,
I
it's
don't know.
horrible.
It's code.
And then when they put they do the water thing, I always like that.
And then they
but
suck
then they
up
put
your
the suction
spit. I
thing, and
love
they're like,
that.
close your mouth, and I feel like my face just comes into the tube.
I love it. I keep it in there longer just for my own entertainment,
Oh,
even
God.
though it's all gone.
Start tonguing
Freaks
it
me
and
out.
stuff.
I'm like, can I get
Oh,
a
yeah.
piece of my brain back? I think it went through there.
Lobotomy.
So I'm laying back. The thing is wrapped around my tooth, whatever, and it popped off. And I'm laying back, so my head's back, and it started going down my throat.
Oh no.
And I start to sit up, and he's like, "Just relax, man. Sit back."
He thinks you're having an anxiety attack.
Yeah, so he didn't see it. He just thinks I'm having an anxiety attack. And I was like, no. And he's like, relax, man. What's going on? And I was like, all right, you're not a surfer. You're in Scottsdale, Arizona.
Keanu Reeves is your dentist.
Dude, chill.
He's preparing for a role,
Point
apparently.
break.
And then I pulled the thing out of my mouth. I reached down my throat and pulled it out, and he's like, whoa. Totally Keanu Reeves.
He said gnarly.
Whoa. And I was like, that's a terrible Joey Lawrence.
Yeah.
And so, whoa.
Joey Lawrence, the brother from Blossom.
Yeah, he was in Blossom. He does the whatever. I can't do it good enough.
So old.
Whoa. So, yeah, I pulled it out, and he was like, oh, man, whoa, that's never happened before. And I was like, well, it just fucking happened. Like, that's why I'm freaking out. Can you please call my dentist to get here and do this? He didn't. Filled the tooth. He didn't. He's like, I'm an asshole. He didn't. What a dick. Did the filling. 2 days later, the filling came out. And I had to go back and get it redone by my dentist. So I hate that guy.
Yeah.
And when I
that
got
wasn't-
married, my wife went to the dentist to see my guy, but he wasn't there. So she got this other guy and left and called me instantly. She's like, the creepiest guy just did my teeth. And I was like, oh, yeah, Dr. blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, he's the worst. Never get him again.
Yeah.
And she went back again, and he tried to do her teeth again.
She
and
said
she
no.
left. She's like, nah, you're not. You're not doing this shit.
I don't want
fucking
your
weirdo.
creepy hands in my mouth.
Yeah. So anyways, Mom and Dad, I think you guys still go see that guy. So
Maybe they're into that, though.
maybe. I don't know.
I mean, they might like that guy.
I don't know.
So you went to the dentist, and it all went well.
Yeah, I haven't gone in like 8 years because the last time I went, I was 18. And then shortly after that, didn't have insurance, went off to college, didn't have money or I wasn't on any insurance or anything. And then, so like the last 3 years was just negligence. But yeah, I've been finally like
Negligent.
Yeah, seriously, like, I've had no excuse not to go.
And negligent.
Yeah, but I finally went and no cavities, nothing. I've got genetically, I'm predisposed to like periodontal disease and stuff, and so it's showing like early signs of that in my gums.
What's that mean?
Your gums recede? Is that
Yeah,
what that
yeah.
is?
Just
They recede?
It's just called getting old. We all
Like
have
my
it.
hair?
You just gave it like names,
bacteria and
so
stuff start eating away at your
just called getting
gum
old.
line and stuff.
They
And
figured
I
out
just,
how to make money off it.
yeah, basically. So, and they're just like, yeah, floss more, and now that you're back to going to the dentist regularly, just keep doing that.
Good for you. Okay, so let's talk about the next thing the dentist told you.
Oh, about how I have to get my wisdom teeth out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be horrible.
And
a
for
fucking nightmare,
anyone
dude.
who's done that,
And see,
not
I've been
good.
and I have like super anxiety about
Yeah.
going under and then dying.
Oh.
And not even knowing that I'm dying because
well, they
I'll be
tell you
asleep
don't eat or
when I die.
drink anything the night before.
Yeah, you can't
And
eat
I'm more
don't-
worried about dying than not having
let me tell
Taco
you why
Bell
I
the
said
day
that.
I get my wisdom
Because,
teeth.
well, no, I'm getting somewhere with this.
Oh.
I know a girl who was gonna get her boobs done in the morning, and she,
Go on.
yeah, she
We'll
went
post
out,
photos on the
partied
website.
all night. Woo.
Oh no.
Yeah, and she died under anesthesia
What?
because she did a bunch of coke that night and drank, and she was doing all the bad things.
I'll save Coke for
And
when I
she's
wake
like,
up.
"Well, who
That's
cares?"
not a regular story.
Yeah.
Why are you
She
telling it
said-
so
Yeah,
lightly?
She said, "Well, I don't have to wake up in the morning. I don't care. Like I'm just, she doesn't have to worry about a hangover because she's going to be under, anesthesia anyway. It's just
She
like fuck
never
it."
woke up again.
She-
Might
did
as
not
well
wake
do
up.
hard.
Do I know her?
No, so take that seriously.
Oh, definitely.
Take the rules seriously.
For sure.
Wow.
I've had anesthesia before, so I know
No
I
Coke
know I
the
have
night
like a low
before.
risk for like, dying.
I've
Yeah.
had it a few times. I feel like it takes like weeks to recover from it completely.
Yeah.
Well, they can tell when you come out of it if you're on drugs or not. Like if you
How?
do drugs.
Like due to your heart rate, maybe.
No, just the way you act.
Oh.
So when you awaken from the anesthesia, if you are normal,
If you're
You
peppy,
actually
yeah.
know
no,
that
if
you're
you're,
like-
if you're normal,
Oh,
if you come out of it and you're just like, all right, I'm ready to go,
Yeah.
then like, yeah, they do
You're a
drugs
drug
because
Oh,
they're
you
used to it.
do fucking
Yeah.
Dilaudid
Where-
on the
yeah.
daily.
When I came out of it, when I got my wisdom teeth, man, when I came out of it, I was off the wall, like,
Goofy.
yeah, like, Mom, let's fucking race car home. I'm gonna stick my whole body out the window and row an oar out of the side like we're in a boat. This is so much fun. And that my mom told me that, and she's like, "Yeah, we know you don't do drugs." That was
Yeah.
pretty obvious.
So
I'm
how
afraid
old
I'll
are
say
you?
something embarrassing when I get out. When I
Well,
awake.
you probably would sober though. So.
I do.
I do constantly. So you were 16, 17 when
I
you
think
got
I was
yourself?
15.
Yeah. And how was
I
that?
think my freshman year. So I did it at the start of winter break, like the very first day winter break started. So you get 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And I'm Jewish, so when Christmas comes around, we don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was like, this is the perfect time. So a girl that we knew, Nance, in high school, she went to this orthodontist. She went there in the morning. By the nighttime, 100% healed. Went out that night, no big deal, whatever. So it's like, cool, I'm going to the same guy. Like, I'm
the
going to be
magic
awesome.
touch, yeah.
I'm going to make plans for the afternoon.
Coke? Everything. I'm going to do it the right way.
Everything I didn't do the night before, I'm doing it that afternoon.
Yeah. So I go and I'm not nervous or anything. I lay down in the chair and they get the anesthesia and I was like, honestly, Novocaine didn't work for me. Like when I got the cavities and stuff, they just shoot me up crazy with Novocaine and it halfway worked.
Yeah, I know.
I felt almost all of it and it hurt pretty bad. But I'm a man, so I'm super masculine.
Especially at 16.
Yeah.
At 15.
I'm afraid of heights, claustrophobic, have anxiety attacks. I'm super masculine though.
Can't be touched.
I've never been in a fight before. So the guy goes count backwards from 100. And I was like, cool, then what happens when I get to 1? Should I just go negative after that? Because this isn't going to work. He's like, just do it. And I go, whoa. And then I just woke up after. I was out, dude.
That's the funnest part. How many numbers can you get? I've made it to like 97. I'm like, that's it.
No, I literally went, whoa. And I just don't remember anything else. So the girl that we knew, That night, 100% cool. I was out for 3 weeks. So the 2 weeks of winter break, I just laid in bed.
Did you get
My
puffy
face
cheeks?
blew up. It turned yellow and bruised. I bled nonstop. I couldn't eat
Did you
anything.
get those dry sockets?
No, I didn't get any of the weird things. I just couldn't eat, and the stitches stayed in there for 3 weeks. And so the first week of school, we came back. I had to call out.
Yeah.
Like, my mom called because I couldn't do anything. It was...
Did he use
You
a
were probably-
45 to remove your wisdom
Probably.
teeth? Shit.
You
I
probably,
don't
like,
know,
had
man.
his
Probably because I
knees
was
on your
talking
chest,
shit.
Yeah.
pulling on your teeth.
I'm gonna fuck this.
I got
Yeah,
mine out too
yeah.
in high school. Me and my sister got ours out the same day. We thought this was gonna be great. We're gonna go to school together. We're just gonna watch TV and movies. We couldn't have been more miserable.
Yeah.
Together, I lost like 10 pounds.
Dude, it was the worst
guy
pain
I
I've
was
ever
dating
felt.
Stole my painkillers. It was like, oh, what a guy.
Well, what a.
Yeah, but that was Nancy's lifestyle. back in high
Yeah,
school.
but I mean,
Actually, you know what's funny? Yeah, when I went back to school, people were like, do you have those painkillers? I'm like, well, we're on the basketball team. I don't know. We're good people.
I don't do the pills.
You're already bad at layups, Jimmy. I don't want you high for the next game.
People say pills are so fun. I don't think they're fun. They make me sick.
I've
I
only,
don't
that's
take 'em.
another thing.
I have to.
I had a narcotic one. It was a Vicodin that I
A narcotic.
took. Yeah, I saw. I was just like, what a fucking nerd I am.
Yeah, that's okay.
But no, I mean, when I had surgery when I was 14, and I had some Demerol while I was in the hospital. But aside from that, like, I've never taken pills or anything, never had anything that serious. But I did once take a Vicodin, and it did nothing at all. And it was just, it wasn't even for pain. It was like my girlfriend, she had like broken her arm or something, and she had Vicodin. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try one of these. It's college, right? I was out of college, but I just got to, oh, yeah, I'm going to do a drug recreationally for once. And popped a Vicodin and then just kept doing my fantasy basketball draft, and nothing changed.
Maybe you're one of those people that drugs doesn't work on you.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try some just to see.
Yeah, I should try a whole litany
Just try
of them.
every single one
Percocet,
and see which one works.
Yeah, no, I really should. So I'm worried about that. I'm worried about the post-op
don't.
recovery with the wisdom teeth. So,
I just remember the only thing
It's
I could
just
eat
so hit
was
and miss.
yogurt.
I couldn't eat
Yolk
anything.
plate
I just
yogurt.
it was horrible. It was one of the worst experiences of my life. But everybody's different.
Yeah,
So
your
who
mileage
knows?
may vary on that. That's
Yeah.
what I had a coworker friend who actually
you're an
referred
adult.
me. Yeah, well, that's another thing is like, only getting older, it's only going to be worse of a
Is that
recovery.
true?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
it's
when
that
you're a
and
kid,
chickenpox.
You
You wanna
bounce
get the
back
shit
as
out.
a kid. Yeah.
Another friend of ours was born without wisdom teeth. I was so
Lucky
jealous.
Motherfucker, he's a
Yeah.
step ahead in evolution. How did he do that?
Super stupid though.
It's like, yeah, he has a third arm growing out of his face.
Well,
but
no,
She's so hot though.
I had
It's a
like
girl. She's
Oh.
so hot. Still is.
braces for so long, and then after I get the braces off, like, oh, now we need to take your wisdom teeth out.
Yeah.
Or it'll fuck up your braces.
it's already happened
Well,
to me. Yeah.
Why didn't you take them out before you put the braces on?
I think, well, so the idea is like when you're at a certain, when you're young enough to get braces,
Yeah.
but not old enough to get wisdom teeth out, you're not old enough to get your wisdom teeth out because they're still small. They start off like really small,
Oh,
almost like
so
little
they
beads, and they
come of
grow,
age.
and then the roots grow out, and then they grow into
And they
regular teeth.
ruin your teeth.
And they fuck you up, yeah. And they've already started
That
messing
sounds
up my
awful. Why do
teeth.
we have those? We're supposed to be able to
Because
sustain. That
God
seems
is he likes to
unsustainable.
torment us.
So do dentists.
This portion of the episode is brought to you by Dentistry of America
The American Dental Association.
and the Orthodontist of Associations
ADA.
stuff. Whatever.
Oh yeah, but I just gotta. I feel like
Whatever. I got mad. Whatever.
I had such a pleasant experience. I have to plug Chandler Dental in Chandler.
All right.
They were so awesome.
Shout out to Chandler Dental. Everybody head out
So
over
great,
there.
so
They got
great.
Netflix. You can watch
Yeah.
The Office.
They
Even
have
if you
TVs
just want
on
to
the
go
roof.
stop by, like, you know.
Yeah, just pop in and say, hey.
Go say hello.
Dude, they're seriously so nice, and like I was so anxious going in, but it was like, I can't wait to go back.
That's incredible. That was a good experience. There.
What if you literally went there every day so they could just brush your teeth?
Oh, I would do it. I would do it. That was that cool. Yeah, daily toothbrush.
You showered, dressed. It's 7:30.
Yeah.
Brush your teeth. You're ready to go for the rest of the day.
That's a special kind of lazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
awesome. I'm
See,
literally
yeah,
looking
yeah,
into it
yeah.
right now on my phone. Is
Yeah.
this something I can make my cleaning ladies do?
I mean, how would you even go about asking for that?
Just straight up. I got to be straight up with them. They've seen my house. They know that I don't frequent away from the couch very
You want
often.
you want your cleaning lady to do your teeth?
They're cleaning people.
Yeah,
Your teeth need
that's what
cleaning.
I mean.
I'm behind it 100%. You've
They
got my vote.
organize my sinks and stuff.
They know.
Yeah, they definitely know.
They know.
They know. I mean, once every 2 weeks, that's all I need.
You remind me of. Oh, remember Coming to America?
Yeah.
Wipers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, remember the bath scene?
Yeah, it's a good.
That
This is
was
the very
great.
beginning. Yeah, yeah.
The
It's a
royal
great movie.
penis is
Yeah,
clean, Your
yeah.
Highness. She comes up with like snorkel gear on. She cleaned his penis. Oh, that was such a great. That's probably one of my all-time favorite movies.
And it's so weird when my cleaning ladies come over and I'm in the bathtub, like, let's reenact.
Yeah.
And they just
and they
won't.
don't get it. Just have that.
They're
movie
Mexican, so
playing.
I'm just trying to be like,
Coming
look.
to America. That's right up their alley.
Right?
Have that movie playing like on a loop. Just
Yeah, I
maybe
haven't done that. Just that
get
part.
the idea across.
All right, good call.
Yeah, well,
Good call.
no.
They'll be there next Thursday if anyone wants to come over.
Your place sounds like a horrifying establishment, Kevin.
I can only imagine. I've known Kevin my whole life, and I've never been inside his house.
Yeah.
No, and you shouldn't. I have to clean up my house so it looks respectable for cleaning people to clean it. That's how bad it is. Yeah, the day before I spend half the day cleaning. Just so it looks bad enough to where they'll still clean it.
A cleaning crew for your cleaning people.
Yeah.
You need to get your cleaning people cleaning people.
It's horrifying. It's literally, and I just look around and I'm like, I have nobody to blame except for my son.
Do you think you'd be a better version of yourself if there were, like, people always say, like, oh, if I could just clone myself, I'd get so much more done?
No, God, no. I would be the worst clone of all
like,
time.
Would you be in the
dude.
Lazy Boy and then, like, your clone would be in, like, the sectional? Or-
Okay, I would be in the Lazy Boy, and my clone would be the one just hitting the DVR and Netflix. And the clone would be the one like, I'm going to the kitchen, man. You want something? Matter of fact,
Yeah.
I've been waiting for you to get
You
up.
just bully your clone around. He's like, I'm a person too. Like,
Your
no.
clone would ask for a clone.
I'm the only one with 2 clones.
Oh god.
God, what would I ask my clone to do besides carry this baby?
Oh, good call.
Oh God, and
good
it's
call.
so, since I've been pregnant, my boobs are so big. I'm just like, fuck. I always say if I
What a
was
horrible
really,
problem for guys to look
really
at.
rich, I would hire someone to drive me
Oh,
around.
by the way, Bill, if you're listening, we're not
I
looking.
would
I'm just
hire
saying.
someone to carry my boobs around. I'm
Just
done.
carry
I
Just to
stand
carry
up.
them? You can't get any guy to do that.
I prefer my clone.
Good call.
We know
You're
each
tight.
other.
Good call.
It wouldn't get
Or
weird.
Billy will do it, I'm sure,
I
gladly.
make him. I'm like, please, just do it for 5 minutes. He's like, all right. My house is a fucking circus, let me tell you.
Ryan, what would you ask your clone to do?
Blow me.
That was too fast and too furious.
He's clearly thought about this. This is not the first time.
God, you think highly of yourself as far as your looks go.
No, I just think lowly of my clone.
And it's not like in a gay way at
It
all.
100% it is.
But it's yourself.
It doesn't matter.
It's
Your
really.
clone's like, dude, I'm not into that.
This is a philosophical
You can blow
argument
me.
that I don't. I
But
think
then
you
who
could just go in
blows your
circles.
clone? Do you blow
No, he doesn't have 2 clones. I'm the only one with 2 clones. Because I'm too lazy.
If his clone blows him, like, should we
I don't.
turn the
No,
favor?
I don't blow him back. Fuck that. I was
clone
here
has-
first.
The clone has to listen to what you say. They don't argue back.
Clone Wars.
They don't, yeah.
That's what Clone Wars should have been.
You fighting with your clone.
You could make the other one blow it.
We are on to a incredible porn that we can make. And just, oh my God, the billions of dollars I feel coming into
God,
this
the
right
things
now.
I would make my clone do, I'm like, oh God, go. Just go. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, oh my God.
My life would get so good.
Yeah. No, I mean, if I had to be serious, now I'm thinking of it, I'd make my clone rebound for me when I'm going to put up shots.
What, like, get on, like, all fours so you can step on him and make a shot?
No, just grab the ball from me.
Yeah,
while
he's your all-time ball boy.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
God. That's what you do with your clone? Play sports with him?
Yeah, man, we'd
lot
be
of
like a
people
really
do. He doesn't have a
good
kid,
dynamic
yeah.
duo,
Yeah, there
sort
you
of
go.
a point guard,
You guys
shooting
could
guard duel.
Play catch.
Yeah.
You want to play catch, clone?
With my dick? No, sorry.
My dad never did, so do you want to play catch with me?
Oh my God, this is the best. I don't know why I haven't thought of this earlier.
I don't know why I haven't thought about getting a clone and fucking it, or
Oh my God.
None Not one of us came up with like an admirable thing to do with our clones.
That's not true.
Yours is blowing you.
I mean-
Mine's gonna hold my boobs. And
Mine's turning the channel and getting me stuff from the kitchen.
me
They
sound
sound like a
One person
genius.
said give back, feed anything, go pet homeless dogs, and not one of us said
No,
anything
of
like
course
that.
not. Why pet homeless dogs?
I don't know.
Those dogs are already being pet by the homeless
I
guy.
don't know enough good things to give examples.
Yeah. What? Yeah. I don't even know what something like. What could
Yeah,
you?
what's your
make-
clone gonna do that's just rocking it?
Yeah.
Because if your clone does something great, then they're like, yeah, but the real Ryan,
Yeah.
lazy piece of shit ever since he got his clone Ryan.
Yeah. Right.
Brian Lawson. And he's just a fucking great guy. We love hanging out. Hilarious comedian.
That would be one thing. Yeah, I'd send him out to go mic every night while I stay home and don't kill
What
myself.
new stuff worked? What didn't? Can you tell me?
Right,
Okay,
you let
you
me
ate
know.
shit?
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
You're psychologically tormented? Good. Better you than me.
That's what I would do.
Yes.
I'd send him out to different spots every night that I wasn't at and be like, try all the new shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you tell me what works and what doesn't.
Yes.
And he'll just, I mean, my clone will kill himself after like a year.
Yeah.
But then I'll just get another one. I've
Well,
got the other one on reserve.
Right.
I've already got two.
You know how to get one. You can get them all. Yeah. Yeah. Just keep it going.
Oh God, what if your clone got someone pregnant and you're like, oh hey, guess what? You're a dad now, and I'm gonna go kill myself.
Oh, shit.
That'd be bad.
Yeah, no, that clones
That'd be more
can't.
like an evil twin.
Clones can only have sex with other clones.
Oh God.
And that's their own
They'd make a whole clone
deal.
race.
Yeah, it's just a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
That you know what? That's too
That
far in
sounds
depth.
very
That's sci-fi movie.
dehumanizing. Yeah, this sci-fi movie.
So we've done a real porn and a real sci-fi movie
Yeah.
in the couple minutes of talking about clones. God, man, we should be in a much bigger office.
Yeah. So our clones can sit in here.
This is awesome. Yeah, hey, can't make the podcast today. Clone, head over there.
Yeah.
That would have saved me like 2 weeks in a row. Oh, that's the best. The last week I missed, I sent my kids to camp. I was so excited. They were gone for a week. Then the camp wanted to do a performance at night, and this was when we were supposed to record last week.
Yeah.
I pay all this money to send the kids to get out of my face for fucking an hour. No, they want me to come back to see what they've been doing at camp.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
I've been
I
doing-
care that they're not home.
Yeah.
I've been doing this joke real recently about how you're not parenting hard enough, and Ryan, you won't get this because you're not a parent, but you're not parenting hard enough.
He knows of.
But you're not parenting hard enough if when you drop your child off at camp or at school or friends, and you get back in the car, and the second you get in the car, you just let out a huge sigh of just
But wouldn't that be? That's
because it's
normal,
just
though.
a sigh of relief of like, thank God, I don't have the thing you love the most. You're like, thank God I'm not with that. Isn't that crazy?
That is, yeah, that is crazy. That's
I
why I
love
don't
this
want
thing.
any of those.
I love this thing the most in the world. I would do anything for
And
this
I can't get rid
person.
of it fast enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like my son's in Texas for a week, and like the first day he left, I missed him. I was like, I don't want you to leave. I'm not going to let you go. I'm super huggy with him. And then now I don't even remember I have a child.
It's amazing. When
He's
your
going to
brain-
show up when he gets back. I'm like, who the fuck are you,
Yeah.
dude?
Every time we go out of town, we leave the kids at home. We're like, oh, we miss them so much. And I come back, I'm like, whoa, what do you
Yeah.
want from me?
Yeah.
You're hungry? Get a snack. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like that night, I'm like, God, I need a vacation. Like, it's
You don't want kids,
so
Ryan?
stressful getting back into it.
I don't want to deal with that
Ever?
Maybe here's the thing.
Because you're young still.
Yeah, I mean, right now I can't. I'm sure I'll change as a person over time, and maybe at some point I will want kids. I just don't see that happening now or in the near future.
How old
it
are
might
you?
You gotta
change.
go into the dentist. So big
Yeah,
steps.
what?
Big steps.
I have no. At least, hey, I've been more frequently than him, and he's a dad. Right?
That's what's up.
So,
My
but-
son,
Take your
my
kid,
son
I
doesn't
think
go.
that's fine.
Nah, he's cool.
Well, he still has baby teeth. They lose those.
Yeah, he's losing them left.
Oh well, then you still got time to
Because
be
I
a
just
good
keep
dad.
punching him in the fucking face. It's weird when he wakes up in the morning. He's like, "I have another loose tooth." I'm like, "Yeah, you fucking
Yeah,
do."
you fucking do. You were snoring, bitch.
So you don't think you want them ever?
I don't think. I mean, I won't be surprised if 45 rolls around and I'm like, I'm not in a hurry.
Yeah,
like I
that's
just.
okay.
Yeah.
Men can take as long as they want. It's women who,
Well-
the time, what's it called? Your internal whatever.
Your
clock.
biological
Thank
clock
you, yeah.
when your insides go rotten by
Yeah.
35. Yeah.
Yep.
Whatever that is.
Who's 35?
So you got
It's later than
sneaking
that.
them in.
It's
Yeah.
late, but the
It's
safety
later
of the
than
baby.
It's last call on baby time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go with that.
No, I mean it's just. I mean, from my understanding is that for women it's risks of certain things.
I didn't
are
take that
out-
personally.
Oh, okay, good.
Don't ever worry about that.
Nancy,
Oh
take
no,
it
I didn't say.
personally.
I'm sorry, I didn't say your uterus was rotten. That was
Tell her you hope she has a miscarriage. Tell her.
Oh my!
She won't take it personally. Just
like,
tell her.
my stomach just dropped.
So did hers.
Kevin.
So did
I
hers.
am like impossible.
Look
to
at
do
the
that
blood.
to.
So did hers.
Mike
kidding.
Clone punched
Oh my
Kevin
God.
She
in the
doesn't.
face.
She doesn't take anything offensive.
I'm
I'm
so
super
uneasy
stoked.
at that.
I'm super stoked for her to have a son. I cannot
Do you
wait
know
till
that
they have
it's
this
a boy?
baby.
It's a boy, yeah.
Nice.
I cannot wait. And her husband
so
was like,
happy.
"We're having another baby because I want a boy."
Yeah.
And they took 50-50 shot.
right.
And it's a
Both
boy. I
sides.
couldn't be happier for them that they're gonna go through all the shit that I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
So we have pictures, from an ultrasound the other day, and they gave us a picture of his penis. And
It's already 4 inches.
I texted my husband a picture of it, and I was like, I said, I got a dick pic coming your way. And I didn't say what it was, and he's like, what the fuck? But from where?
You should have told me that. I would have sent him one of mine.
And then it's the picture of an ultrasound.
He's like, where is it?
It's an ultrasound
You
dick
gotta
pic.
listen to this week's podcast.
All about dick pics and sex with yourself.
Oh my God.
So yeah, I sent people pictures
shit.
of his penis because
Yeah.
it's funny.
Why-
And I'm like, dick pic, haha.
Why do you guys? Why is it? That's the thing. Like, I got my little boy's penis on camera.
It's hilarious.
Well, I mean, I don't have
It's just,
anybody
or is
else's
it just
dick
more of like,
pics.
oh, this is a proof picture that it's a boy. You can see a little.
I think we're
wiener.
proud of it already. I feel like his grandma. I'm always like, oh, look at his penis. You know, I'm like really excited.
Like it's already down to his knees.
We already have 2 girls, so this is a big deal for us.
Yeah. No. Sure.
You know,
That's
so-
awesome.
Yeah.
That is cool.
I'm
Don't
excited.
they? Girl. I mean, I know there's girls and boys suck in different ways, though, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're both terrible.
I mean,
Girls are worse as they get older.
oh,
Like,
yeah,
guys
for
are
sure.
shitty in the beginning, or boys, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, they're tough to deal with when they're younger. And then as they get older, they get easier. Girls, it's the exact
So it's like this
opposite.
inverse sort
Yeah.
of relationship.
That's what I hear. I mean, I only have the one.
yeah, and he's
that
on
I
the
deal with.
shit stage. Or,
Yeah, no, he's horrible. He's a horrible person. So it's tough to deal with. He's the coolest dude I've ever met in my life. And I love hanging out. He's super funny. But he has his moments where I literally have to leave the house.
Yeah.
And
Where
leave
I have to lock him in
I
the
don't.
freezer.
No, I don't leave.
Chill out.
I don't leave, but I mean, God, man, the day before he left for Texas, I was like, can you just please stop talking?
Yeah.
And he was like, you're really mean to me. And I was like, I'm not. Like, you just literally have talked ever since you woke up at 5:30 in the morning. It's 4 in the afternoon.
But you're like the only person they have
Please
to talk
stop
to.
talking.
Yeah, yeah. Kids
So
are
much
like
going through their head.
that. Yeah.
I was like, just for like 10 minutes.
That doesn't
I
make
just
him a
want some
douchebag,
silence.
Kevin. That
No, it doesn't make it. Not at all. I've called him that for other reasons. But he, at that point, he was like, "You're being mean," and I thought about it. I'm like, "Man, I guess that's mean if you hear it in a certain way."
But it's okay because
But-
they forget.
But I tell that to my other friends in a much harsher way.
Right.
As they get older, I'm like, dude, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. You're right. I get it.
Yeah. Oh man.
Nah, my son and I have the best relationship. I love it. And he loves it. We have literally the best time. But you have, to change subjects, we were talking earlier today, you have a story
Oh yeah.
that you said, and everybody knows, for me on this show, stories are the greatest thing ever in the world to me.
Yeah.
Because they're funny, they're awesome, they're interesting. Doesn't matter. I get way invested in everybody else's
Yeah,
life.
I'm with you on that too. I love good stories.
Oh, and I live vicariously through everyone. Because I didn't
Doesn't
do
do
a whole
drugs.
lot growing up.
And he still doesn't do drugs. So
Yeah, neither
Me?
do I, so.
Yeah.
Nah, I know.
So-
So that I live vicariously through everyone's stories. That's
Yeah.
why I'm like way into it.
Yeah.
But you were going to tell it the last time you were on.
Yeah, and I went with
You
the
didn't.
sort of semi-depressing but uplifting.
It wasn't depressing. It was so
Okay.
awesome.
I was just hoping it didn't come across too, because it was one of those tricky stories where it's like, okay, for this to have the impact that it should have, you need to know how sad the situation was, but I don't want to be going and like really like layering it on, you know.
No, and he did. It was, and again, listeners, if you didn't hear it, go back and listen, and you can just fast forward to the end when you start telling that story because it's awesome. It really is awesome. We left here like, dude, that was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people have that story
Yeah.
that you told, and you went through shit, and you went to that job interview, fucking trash, but you were honest, and just crushed.
Yeah.
So uplifting. So I hope this story isn't the same.
No. This one is more on the crazy side, which is weird because I don't have many crazy stories. I wish I did, but I'd have to have a completely different lifestyle to have the kind of stories that some people have, you know. But this was a pretty cool one. So should I just jump right into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. So when I was 21, my best friend Robert, he turned 21 a few months after me. And so we had this big old trip to Vegas planned. And granted, we only lived, 2 hours outside of Vegas. So a bunch of us friends, we went to Vegas for his 21st, and we stayed at the Circus, that shithole. Not, it's the
not.
place.
I don't think anything
never
in
been.
Vegas is legitimately for kids.
I've never been to the
Even
circus.
though they
It's
say it is.
it's so rundown and disgusting.
But
like,
it's in a perfect spot on the strip.
yeah, it's like north end of the strip.
It's like it's in the middle. It's
Not
fucking,
really. It's
all
like
right,
a little
whatever.
far north of all the like nice places.
Whatever, dude. I don't like you.
Oh, we're gonna argue about where.
Sorry.
We're gonna argue about circus. No, if it's any indication, we had a nice view from our window of like a dumpster full of fucking needles. Like it looks
It's a
like
good view,
something
though. It's a great view.
Fucking
Vegas.
Saw movie.
That's what Vegas
Yeah,
is.
it was horrible. It was a disgusting shithole. But it was cheap, We're all just like 21-year-olds, and so of course we had to go to a strip club. Right, that was a big plan.
Which one did you go to?
Okay.
I've only been to a strip club in Vegas.
This is
sorry.
sort of. Well, there were several, and there are nice ones, and there are
strip
not so
club
nice
show
ones.
called Chippendales.
Chippendales?
They thought it was a cool
that's
strip
just a
show. They heard it was a great strip show. I thought that was going to get a laugh.
No,
but
it's
hey,
just
everybody,
now
that's what
I'm
bombing is.
picturing
That's
a bunch
what,
of Magic Mike looking people. So.
Oh, yeah.
that's what happens when you bomb.
If only your clone told that one.
On your own fucking show.
Well, I only looked at you dumbfoundedly because I didn't know if that was a show or not. And I was trying to figure out. I'm like, well,
You know
I've
what
heard
the
of that
Chippendales
show.
is?
I've heard of Thunder Down Under.
Same thing.
Chippendales, yeah. Same.
It's a show.
It's a male strip thing.
See, I didn't even know.
It's the one
that.
in Vegas.
It's because it's my fault, Kevin. It's my fault.
Now, you know what? You got to blame the comic when the crowd doesn't
It's my
respond.
fault.
Yeah.
You can blame the crowd. That's the easy way out.
Easy way
When a whole group of people don't laugh, 1, 2, look, it's the comic that didn't pull through in the end. Anyways, I'm out of here.
No,
All right. So good. Now let's hear your story.
So one of us had lived there already. So we kind of had an idea of like, oh, we know which strip clubs like we can go to, but let's go. What's like the cheapest one? And so we came to the conclusion that we would go to Talk of the Town, as what it was called. It's called Talk of the Town. But we sort of have a code name for it. I'm spilling some beans here, but we have a code name for it because I had misheard it when someone said, "Let's go to Talk of the Town." I heard Taco Town.
That's what I thought you were going to say.
Right. So we just call it Taco Town for
Taco
short.
Town's the sex club, not the strip club.
Is it?
I don't know.
Oh, because it's shady shit there.
Yeah.
So probably lots of sex happens there. Anyway, so we get ready to leave Circus. We get a limo rolls up, and we're like, what? A limo for all of us? Cool. There's like 8 of us. And we all pack into this limo for like $40 to go, a couple minute drive up. I don't even remember which direction it was. I think it was a little more north. And we get there, and so we go in, and one of our friends with us, I'll just leave his name out, even because he might listen to this, but it's still, I love him, so he'll know who he is. But so one of our friends, he's known as like a mooch in the group, and we all had to pay a cover to get in. And he didn't have any money, so we like paid him his cover
Right from the start of the
divided by
vacation,
right from the start, man.
he had no money from the start.
Yeah, well, he lived there. He was going to UNLV,
okay.
Oh, that
Okay.
makes sense.
and
That's a good school.
yeah, that's all right.
Fun school.
But anyway, so we go in, we pay to get in and stuff, and we're like pretty much the only ones in there at Taco Town. And then one of our
At 2 in the afternoon.
no, this was it was actually like, we were pretty fucking smashed because this was like I don't know 11 at night, and so basically one of us gave the mooch friend a ton of money to use for the strippers. And so he has tons of money, and we're all like hanging out.
I love
that. The
that.
birthday boys.
The guy with no money has tons of money.
He's got tons of money. He's out there going crazy at the pole, right? And we got like this whole corner. We've got chairs and tables. We got our little. And here's like an important part of the story. We all get like a complimentary little water bottle, and like an empty clear cup to oh cool, the complimentary water. That's fucking elegant in this shithole. And so, we're all buying the birthday boy his own little, it's the home of the $10 lap dance or some shit.
Right.
So we're buying him all this crazy stuff. People, we're sort of cycling in and out. Half of us are just hanging out on the tables, bullshitting, and having a good time. Half of us are up at the pole. We're sort of just cycling in and out and just having a good time. And of course, the whole time there's a couple guys that's random dudes who like sort of straggled in, and they're like passing out on the other side of the strip club. It's getting late. The strippers are starting to like clack their heels and people like kind of jolting awake. and I'm just sitting there. I remember having this sort of like really just clear like this is awesome moment. Like I'm sitting there in a dark corner, like kind of next to the birthday boy, looking out at my friends at the pole, just like this is just fucking fantastic. And then all of a sudden, I gotta throw up right now. Oh, fuck. And I don't even have time to really think that thought before it's already coming out of my mouth. So I grab that complimentary water cup that's empty, thankfully, and it just fills up immediately, and just there's like this reverse implosion pocket of air that just kind of like shoots up into the air and it just goes all over my lap and my chest and everything.
Oh my God.
And it's just brimming and just like overflowing this little cup. And I just like am in horror, my eyes are watering, and I'm looking around and nobody saw me. Nobody saw this happen. I'm like, oh shit. So I set the water cup, the now vomit cup full of vomit, on the ground under the table against the wall, and I just like, okay, when there's a clear path, I make a beeline to the bathroom. I start like rubbing, just trying to do my best on all this vomit all over my pants and stuff. I'm just scrubbing it with wet paper towels. There's no way to dry it, so there's just wet everywhere. And I have to just interject here with the best is when the birthday boy, my best friend, when he tells his side of the story too. We have like this Pulp Fiction thing where we go out of chronology and you see different perspectives of what goes on here. But from my point of view, I'm like in there, like trying to clean myself up the best I can. I go back out, sit in my seat, like, all right, I'm just gonna be low key. I'm not gonna go up to the pool. I'm not gonna get any private lap dances now that I'm covered in vomit and But when I sit down, unbeknownst to me, while I was gone, the birthday boy bought me a lap dance.
Oh, man.
And Kate comes strutting on up to me. Hey, how are you? And I'm just horrified, and I look at my friend like, what have you done? And I look up at her, and she looks at me down at my mess, and she's like, oh my God, did you piss yourself? And I was like, and I reach over and I grab the empty water bottle, and I'm like, no, I just spilled water on myself. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she proceeds to give me the just most pitiful, pathetic, like, no, I know something went down lap dance to a 3-minute song. And it was horrible. And then that's done, and then I'm talking to my friend, and he's like, dude, what's going on with you? And I'm like, I threw up, and he's like, oh my God, I can smell it in your breath. Yeah, you did. And I was like, oh, fuck.
That's why you went to the dentist 5 years later.
But it ends up being, and this is another fun thing that had happened a little before this. We had sort of started like some infighting with the strippers because Robert was like, oh, how much for a private room lap dance, you know? And Kate was like, oh, yeah, that'll be like 100. And then later, one of us asked Jasmine, hey, so how much for a, private room session? And she's like, ooh, 60. And then so later, we're like, wait, hey, Kate, Jasmine said it was only 60, and Kate was like,
doing
what?
Home Depot, like, look at where I found the ad. You got to match the price.
Yeah, it's like, do you guys have a price match guarantee? What the fuck? I mean, they were the Walmart of strip clubs. They should have.
I love it.
So
I love the
so then they
tactic.
get all fucking pissed. Then there's like, we can just feel the tense, like, cat fightiness. Like, Jasmine's not supposed to do that. Fuck her. It's like,
They both get slapped by their pimp.
so that had happened, and then we finally are getting the moocher the whole time. He's just like trying to get one of the strippers' numbers, and like keeps like, oh hey, do you do like private parties? Here, let me get your number. And she's like, no, good night, guys.
No, I don't.
And he just kept trying, and it was hilarious. Finally, we get done. We get back to the hotel room. It's like 4 a.m. or something, and we're like counting money. And I had won. We played craps earlier in the night and made a killing, and that's why I love
the best
craps.
game,
It's the
dude.
best game, man. We have to have a crap session one of these times.
Yeah, it's my favorite one.
It's the best
It's so
game.
hard to lose.
Yeah, it's fucking amazing. So I had made a few $100 up to that point, and we're all back just trash tired, like, oh, how'd we do? Well, most of us are pretty much out of money thanks to the strip club. All right, I'm even. Somehow, the mooch walked away with more money than he went in with. What was he like while the stripper had her back turned? He just like scooping them off the fucking stage. What
Like he's
do?
security now. Let me get all those ones.
Yeah.
Let me,
And it's
let me
like, all right,
scrape
all
them
his
off
money's
of the
all crumpled
stage.
up.
That shouldn't have been possible, but given the fact that it did happen, like, come on, you gotta pay back the people you gave money.
Yes.
That gave you money to start with, but it was just like, no, not just sort of. He just sort of like, all right, later. Like he fucking made money at the strip
Trips
club.
over and he's
Yeah.
up $1,000. He didn't even gamble.
It's like, come on, we're on to you. We're on to
Oh,
you.
that guy's smart.
Oh, that's
funny.
awesome, man.
But yeah, it's that story's even way better when my friend tells it from his, because when we do like little interjections, oh, this is what I was thinking at this time, and it's really really great. One of my
Do you have
favorite
funny
stories.
Vegas story, Nance?
Oh, yeah, but I can't think of anything right now. I've been there.
Because it was such a good time.
Oh my God! Wait, I do.
Can't remember.
Oh God, I don't know if I should tell it. It's not.
You don't
no.
have to.
Yeah, I'll tell it.
Like, I'm a married woman now. I can't
Well,
tell that one.
Just looking at Nancy's face, she doesn't want to tell the story. It's right
such
there,
a
but she
good
doesn't want
story.
to
Tell it in the third person and change your name.
Well,
It's just-
I just feel like the person that is in the story, which is my husband, who was not my husband at the time, we just met. He would be so compromised.
oh,
And it was my fault. I
Nah,
did
don't do it. It's on the
I
record.
did something
Yeah.
bad, not on purpose, but whatever. He was in Vegas, and he's alive, and that's what.
Yeah.
and we were
what's
just
important.
dating.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So
would you have, Kevin?
Yeah,
You have a sweet Vegas story?
I mean, I don't know if they're sweet Vegas stories, but I have stories from there. Like I went on my 21st birthday with a bunch of friends, but I'm boring.
Yeah.
So that first night, like I was exhausted by 10:30. And so everyone was like, we're going to this club. And I was like, I'm going to fucking bed.
Yeah.
And I literally went to bed. And at like 3 a.m, they all barged into my room. And I never thought this could happen, but somebody called for a noise complaint. And they came up to the room, like the very first night. And they're like, if you guys make any more noise, you're out of here. Like, you're done.
shit.
And we're all 21. So
Yeah.
it's like, dude, no, we can't get kicked out of the hotel.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a stupid story. I stole a Pulitzer Prize photograph from a bar.
Wait, a photograph of a
Of Vegas, but it was old Vegas.
it was
Yeah, in Vegas. Yeah, actually, no, a friend of mine has it. So, all right. So, this is all right. I'll get.
Yo, I know
I'll tell this
it's
one.
gonna be good.
Well, I'll tell this one. It's not gonna. It probably won't be that great because I haven't told this story in a funny way. It's just kind of whatever happened. We were there for a wedding, for our friend's wedding, so it was off the strip, and we would go to drinking every night to like bars or whatever. We went to strip one night and had fun, whatever. But again, I got tired. I'm so shitty. Everybody partied late as shit at night. I went back way early to go to bed. But again, that was the first night. Traveling for me really takes a lot out.
Yeah. Vegas is like 4 hours away in a car. It's a 45-minute plane ride for us.
So, all right. So we go to this bar with everybody in the wedding party, the whole nine, and everybody's drinking, having a good time. And I see this picture, and it's an awesome. And when I say photograph, it is a photograph, but it's like a big frame. Like
Like an
it's
18
bigger than
by
this one.
22?
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. I just
It's like big enough to where I have to hold my arms out to hold it. You know what I mean?
Framed?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like a like a picture on
Yeah.
the wall.
But it was. I mean, it's a photograph.
Like
It's blown up for,
furniture.
and on the bottom, it's got the little plaque thing that says like Las Vegas 19 whatever Pulitzer Prize winning photograph. Blah blah blah.
Okay. I'll let you tell
So
the
I just
story.
pluck it off the wall, and I put it down on the instantly on the ground, like up against the wall. But I just pluck it off, put it there, whatever.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of people in this bar, and there's slot machines and shit in the bar too, but smaller ones. So it's like, if I'm going to take something, I'm going to make my money's worth.
Yeah.
But little by little, I just keep moving the picture closer to the door. And then finally I get it out of the door. I put it behind a bush, and I just leave it there. And nobody none the wiser. Dude. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I was super careful. Plus, there's only 2 bartenders working, and there's no cameras in the whole place. I did my research.
It was a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Now there would be cameras.
And we go to leave, get in the cab. I grab it. I wait till the cab comes up and the door's open. I just grab it. We get in the car.
Yeah.
Cab takes us back to the hotel. So it's mine now. I have this
mine.
Pulitzer Prize
Because he
winning
made
photograph.
it to the cab, so,
So now it's-
rightfully his.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
So I have it the whole weekend with me. Go to leave, and I hate. First of all, I hate road trips to begin with. I just hate driving.
Yeah.
And if I am going on a road trip, I have to drive because I need to get there as soon as possible. And I don't trust anybody else for driving because they drive slow as fuck.
Yeah.
And it just bothers me. So I put the picture in the back in the trunk.
Yeah.
Right. So there's all the luggage and shit, whatever. Now, one of the guys that we were with, I've never seen him do it, and I don't know if it's true or not. Rumors are he does do drugs occasionally. He went to Vegas for the weekend. There's a good chance
That would be an occasion.
that if he did do drugs, that he has some with him.
Yeah.
Okay. We're driving. I'm going 100. It's just so funny that my parents listen to this and they're so conservative. I was going 107 in a 65 for a long time. And we get pulled over. But everyone's passed out in the car. So everyone's dead asleep, and they throw the lights on. And I pull over, and I'm like, I'm so fucked. Like, this is criminal. I'm going to be stuck here forever. And I'm a pussy. I don't get in trouble.
Wiki Up sucks.
What?
Wiki Up.
I'm just like, no, that'll be sucked if that happened in Wiki Up and you're stuck in the
There's only 2 gas
wasteland.
stations in Wiki Up. That's it.
I've never even heard of that.
You have
It's
to
on
drive
the way
through
to
it.
Vegas.
This
Halfway
was
point to
Kingman.
Vegas.
I got pulled over
It's
in Kingman.
before
It's right
Kingman.
before Kingman.
So on your way home to be after
Yeah,
Kingman.
you missed it.
Oh, okay.
You missed it because you're going 107 through the fucking school zone.
And the town is about.
School's on,
there's
dude.
about
I'd still be in
60
jail.
Yeah.
So the cop, everybody wakes up like, what the fuck is going on? Are we home? Are we home? And I'm like, if home
Not
is
quite.
the jail. So the cop comes up to the thing and he's like, you know why I pulled you over? I was like, yeah, I mean, obviously I was speeding. And he's like, yeah, for 8 miles I was following you and there's no getting out of this. And I was
Jesus.
like, I mean, I get it. I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah.
So he's like, get out of the car and license registration. Okay, it's not my car. It's the dude that we think does drugs car.
Yeah. Oh,
So I was
shit.
driving. So we go over to the police car and I hand him the license registration, but he doesn't catch the registration. And so there's wind blowing.
No.
And it blows the registration. And I full out dive on top of the police car and I catch it. And I was like, "You're welcome." And he was just a dick. He was just not a great dude.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, whatever, thanks, okay, asshole."
He's a
Whatever.
cop
I
in
would have
Kingman.
had my
Okay.
K9 unit get it.
So, also at this point, I'm shaking, like I'm very nervous because I'm going 42 miles per hour over the speed limit, and I'm going to jail. Like, that's in my head. I'm going to jail. I'm claustrophobic. I'm not into gay rape. And I just don't want to go to jail. Yeah, I don't know, regular stuff. Like date rape or whatever. Yeah, I'm a fan. But I'm freaking out. And he's like, why are you shaking? I'm like, because I'm extremely nervous. And by the way, we left in the morning. So this is like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, I'm extremely nervous. I was going, obviously, way over the speed limit, and I'm scared out of my mind. Yeah. I just want to go home. That's literally the only reason why I'm speeding. Nobody else is on the road with us. Yeah. I just want to get home. And he's like, yeah, you done any drugs? I was like, no. He goes, well, you just came from Vegas. I'm like, look, I'm a comedian, dude. I don't do drugs. I'm a comedian. And that was the worst thing to say. Yeah. That was the worst thing to say. And he's like, oh, you're doing comedy in Vegas? I'm like, actually, no. I don't know why I told you that. Yeah. I was there for a wedding. And he's like, so what did you do while you were there? I was like, I drank. But I literally don't do drugs. Drug test me, whatever. So if I look in that car right now and search it, I won't find drugs. I said, no. But you'll find this awesome photograph that I stole from this bar. It's in the trunk. And I got to show it to you. And then after I said that, I don't know what happened, but the cop turned really cool. Really? Yeah. And he was like, oh, dude, like, where do you play as a comic? What do you do? Like, totally
like,
cool.
I'm a fan of stolen artwork, dude.
Totally cool. And he's like, yeah, no, I only come up in this part of town like once a month. They make me do it. Yeah. But normally I'm down in Phoenix. Like, do you do the improv? I swear to God. I swear to God. So I was like, yeah, I mean, look, if you, this isn't bribery, but yeah, I mean, if you want tickets and I'm doing the club, I'll totally, like, hook you up and you have my info. Yeah. So he knocked it down to a civil, like, no big deal. Awesome. And, yeah, it was just a regular speeding, which sucks, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Yeah. And we drove off, and literally, my friend goes, thank God he didn't search the car. I was like, you motherfucker, dude. You motherfucker. You're driving from here on out. I'm not driving anymore in this car.
What? So since you are the driver, would you have been responsible?
I'd have been fucked. Yeah, of course. Oh. Although, you know what? No, probably the owner of the car, too. Yeah. It would have been both.
You could have been like, I had no idea.
But they could have drug tested me for as long as the day is. I mean, I wouldn't have come up with anything, and then they would have...
Well, I think, maybe it's different if it's criminal speeding, but I think you'd have to consent to searching the vehicle.
Probably.
But also in your nervous state, you may have been like, oh, yeah, sure, I have nothing to hide. Which is how a lot of people get busted.
Dude, I was freaked out.
It's always so funny.
I would have been. Okay, well, did you bring a bit?
Yeah, kind of.
Can I hear it?
Do you want to?
Yeah, do we have time?
Yeah, do it.
Well, first of all, it was kind of not hard for me to decide, but it's just like I hate like everything I do, so I just picked one that I picked one that went well every time until the first time I did it. But yeah, I had one that went well every time I did it up until like March when it bombed, and I was like, I haven't done it since, but I still like it, I think. But it's also I haven't done it because of this whole Confederate flag thing that started happening a few weeks ago. I haven't figured out how to make it.
This whole racism thing that's going on.
Well, so here's a bit.
Ruined my act.
And I changed.
Slaves, jeez, can't live with them.
You got to hear my point of view of bringing slavery
No,
back.
It's not even that. It involves the Dukes of Hazzard car. And I originally
that's so stupid. That's fine. That's history. You're fine.
Well, and I had written this because I was on Matt Storrs' first Storrs Objection show, and one of the topics I got to write on, it was just Dukes of Hazzard. So I wrote this bit for that show, and was like, wow, that went really well, and I kept working it, ended up threading it into another bit about my grandma.
Seems natural.
And natural.
Normal transition.
Yeah. But so the bit is, in itself is like, I hate this Dukes of Hazzard car. It's a racist piece of shit. First of all, it's named General Lee, the Civil War general for the South, the side that owns slaves, right? For all you history majors out there. But more importantly, it has a Confederate flag painted on the roof of the car. So basically, this is just a white power wagon. Just a Mein Kampfmobile putting around Hazard County. The only way this car could get any more racist is if the exhaust spelled out the N-word as it drove by. And some people might think like, okay, well, it's not that bad because at least the Confederate flag is painted on the roof, right? No, that's exactly the point. The Confederate flag is painted on the roof, so when the car hits a fucking black person, they can see it as they're tumbling in the air over the car. And then I do a little act out like, oh, I'm just minding my own business. Oh, that's racist. And then act like I'm tumbling over the car. And that usually just did really well as a bit. And then it bombed in front of a bunch of hipsters. And I was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, weird.
Because they don't get it.
Yeah.
Nah, hipster crowds are the worst.
So hard.
They
What
really
do
are
they
the
think is
worst.
funny?
Well, they're young, so they don't
They're like,
know
oh,
what's
you
funny.
said black person.
Yeah.
I'm offended already. Even though I'm like, no, I'm saying something else is racist.
Hipsters are so tough when you do a room of hipsters because they're young people that
Yeah.
want to act older. And they don't know how to do it.
Yeah,
so
right,
it's
right.
like this is
They're
very
feigning
funny for
maturity.
you, but you don't let it be.
I always make fun
so
of my
difficult.
kids. I always say they're hipsters because they don't know about bullying because
Yeah.
no one's allowed to do it anymore. My husband make fun of them all
Dude,
the time.
political correctness has ruined parenting. It's actually
Ruined
ruined.
everything.
Nah, it's
Well-
ruined masculinity for dudes. Because look, women talk shit to guys because we can't hit a woman. Now kids are talking shit to dads because we can't hit them. It's like all our masculinity is taken away from us. We're the biggest pussies in the world. We can't touch a child or a woman.
We should just punch everyone, Kevin.
That's a bad joke. First time I ever
No, I mean,
told it right now.
I will say,
I
like-
bombed again on my own show.
That's okay. It's your show.
I will say I 100% agree with the political correctness. I also have another bit.
No one
about
likes
It's
that
like-
anymore. People are so over
I
political correctness.
But it's like
I
it's like
think
making this
over it.
resurgence in popularity,
That's
and
why everyone likes Donald Trump. We don't talk about politics on the show.
Yeah, we
But
don't.
everybody likes Donald Trump because he doesn't care. He's just like, fuck
That's
it.
what
I don't think
Parents
everyone
said.
likes
Yeah,
him.
that's why I like him.
Nobody likes
No-
him because he's an idiot.
It doesn't matter. Oh, he's young.
But he's not a politician,
That's
and
why
I like
everyone likes
that.
him.
Kinda.
Because he can say stupid shit and he's not apologizing. I have had it with all this apologizing. I
Yeah.
hate it. I
What
think
did
it's
we
awful.
say? I think we said it on the show, but I don't know, maybe not. Is the last year, so like this is Obama's last year, right? He's been reelected, so
Yeah.
the 8th year of a president is when you actually see the real guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter anymore. They're going to say what they want, they're going to try and do what they want in office, and that's when you find out who the real fucking guy
How's he
is.
going to top the N-word thing?
But-
how's he going to do it?
Trump, by fucking giving Iran nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Which he did. I guess I
That
was
sounds like an
told that.
overstatement. But.
We've
No,
never,
he signed like a
this is
deal,
the most-
didn't he? He
Yeah,
signed
this
a
is
deal
the
with
most
Iran to
political
give
talk
them
we've
all
ever
the
done.
like bunch of
It
nuclear
was like an
shit.
attrition deal, though.
I have no idea.
I don't know enough. So
Me either. No,
Yeah.
me either. This is information I got from
Let's
my
stick to
folks.
clone fucking. That's our
Expertise,
our
really.
expertise.
But no, to get
The
back to your
point
bit.
is, no one likes all this political correctness.
I'm
Well,
with
no
you.
one my age.
So no, I don't know.
I hate it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous to me. It just censors, and as
Yeah,
comics we
yeah,
hate it because
yeah.
it
I
censors
think
us.
Ruining comedy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, what are you
Most
supposed
comics
to
would
laugh
agree.
at now? The only thing
Every
you can laugh
comic
at now
should agree.
is
Yeah.
pot jokes, and I hate pot jokes because I'm
It's a
not
cop-out.
stoner. Yeah,
I'm with you
because
on
you
that
don't
as well.
offend anyone. You're not offending anyone. Jokes about getting fucked up. That's all we're allowed to do
That's
now.
why I avoid this.
So the bit, the generally bit you got from doing Store's show, just random, and it hit pretty well, and you just kept working on it.
Yeah, and then I had threaded it into a different bit I had started working at the beginning of this year about my grandma, and then so I would do a transition into that's my grandma's favorite car, and then so I try to just throw in a little personal touch on it.
That's her dream car.
That's exactly what I said. I said everyone has a dream car, right? Well, my grandma's dream car is that Dodge Charger from Dukes of Hazzard, and I'd already just talked about how much of a racist. What? Dodge Charger?
That's what it is?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a 68, 69.
The orange.
Yeah, Dodge Charger.
I say I like the joke. I think it's good.
It is funny.
And don't
We
worry
need to bring
about
it back.
hipsters.
No, and I think I just needed to.
They'll ruin everything.
I've
if
been
you
working
let
on
them.
just lots of newer stuff. I might dust that one off
Yeah.
here soon, but I haven't done it in a long time.
Joe Gangemi has the bike, the General Lee bike. So it's got the Confederate flag on the bike.
Oh, like an actual motorcycle?
Yeah, no, like a bicycle.
Oh, a bicycle.
Yeah, no,
I thought
Joe.
you were- I
Yeah,
thought
you
you were
think
being, like,
Joe's
cool,
riding a
Kevin. I thought you-
motorcycle? No.
Dude, he's got a bike.
No, bicycle. And he's done a bit on it a couple times on stage, and it doesn't hit, but it's so. I mean, I don't think he's done it ever for like at least a month or two. But he rode his bike to Lolo's Chicken and Waffles.
Oh, fuck.
Which is by his house. He was like, everyone was giving me all these weird looks. And then I looked at what I was riding, and he's like, I should never ride this bike again.
Yeah.
And he never has ever again.
I don't understand how it became such a racist thing. Like, I get that it is
From the
racist,
beginning it was.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's history. It's from a movie, a very popular TV show. Wasn't it a TV show?
Yeah.
A racist TV show?
Yeah.
At some point, it's history.
Well,
it's not,
yeah.
No, we're not allowed to talk about history.
Bubba Watson, didn't he
because-
paint over his?
I don't
He
know.
made it an American
But at
flag.
some point, it's
he
history.
bought a
and
General
you can't be
the General
offended
Lee.
by something
Sure,
that
sure,
you
but-
didn't do it. You're just talking about something that
Yeah,
happened in the
but
past.
it's-
That doesn't make you racist.
I don't know. Sure. I mean, there's a difference between. Yeah, I don't think sporting the Confederate flag makes you racist. I think there are
makes you
racists that do that.
ridiculous,
It does
but-
go the other
and
way, sure.
tacky.
However, I mean, here's the thing. I'm very ambivalent on it. I get all sides of it. I think people who are offended by it, especially black people, I feel like I'm in no place to say they can't be offended, and I understand why they would be offended, and that totally makes sense to me. And on the other hand, people who, hey, I'm not a racist, this was a cultural thing for me growing up, it doesn't mean that, I also get that too. But at the same time, I don't know, maybe just everyone needs to shut the fuck up.
Everybody needs to quit
I
being
really
so
don't
offended.
care.
I think it's
I really don't
such
care either way.
A sign of
like-
being a weak person to be offended by everything. You're an idiot.
I'm waiting for
Not
that
you.
turn
No, I know.
of almost to relate it to the housing market. So the housing market can start out high and it's great, and then it dips low, and eventually it comes back and it's
Yeah,
high
yeah,
again.
yeah.
And I'm waiting for that to happen with all this political correctness bullshit to where we hit this low,
Yeah.
Bumming me
and
out.
eventually it goes back to normal where we grew up and everything was
Right.
cool.
I think there's enough of an uphill battle from the big politically correct,
I think everybody's
people that
sick of
I
it.
think it's just it.
I think a lot of it is on us.
No, sure, definitely.
We're the one industry that can talk about whatever we want, and we do.
And we still
And
have
we do
a
it from
lot
a
of
point of view.
Yeah, and we still have a lot of culturally iconic people relevant today and yet to come who will keep those kind of voices
Yeah.
continuing.
Yeah, you can't let
So-
comedy be defeated by political
And it won't be.
And
I
it-
think
yeah, and it won't be.
it'll
But a lot of
go on.
people we talk to, we have a lot of people on the show, and a lot of them say, "Ooh, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this anymore," and I just go,
Yeah,
I
'cause
cringe
they're
every
afraid.
time because I just don't.
Yeah.
Well, because they're afraid, and they're new in it too.
Yeah.
So they don't want to offend anybody. But as I think comedy is that one venue. Is that the right thing to say? Or I don't.
Avenue?
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. Avenue. I just forgot the
A
A.
venue?
I forgot the A.
Avenue.
It is the one avenue where we still can say whatever we want. We can
should
talk
be
about
able
whatever
to.
we want. And if people get offended by it and they write a review or whatever, the comedy community will still have your back as
Yeah.
far as a comic 100%.
Absolutely. Right.
And it doesn't matter, really doesn't matter what you say.
Right.
There's the blow-ups, the Michael Richards blow-ups.
Who did the pedophile joke on SNL and it was like bad? Or was it SNL? The pedophile joke?
I mean, I don't know. Tosh did the rape
it
joke.
was recently.
That was that.
It
The
was
most,
in
the
the
most
in the
recent one
news.
was Seinfeld. He
Yeah,
said
yes.
"gay French king," and people were like, "You can't say
The college,
gay."
the college political
Yeah.
correctness.
And that's guy at the top. That's Seinfeld, and everyone's got his back in,
Yeah.
in the industry at least. And, yeah.
Well, he's great, but the other guy who said it, he was like, being a pedophile, like, it must be so great.
Oh, that's Louis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Louis.
That's
yeah.
got to have been forgotten.
People got
by
all,
now.
but it was so funny, and it was such a different
It was
angle, and people
funny.
just they heard words and didn't put them in the right context, and they just heard, oh, child molestation, enjoyment in the same
You know who got
vicinity, and they
offended by
went,
that? Child molesters.
Oh,
you know
you're
who I
right. He
don't
did that
care
on
about
SNL.
offending?
Yeah.
Child molesters.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Sorry, I hurt your feelings.
Because that's the thing, and a lot of comics talk about this. A lot of headliners, when you hear them talk about subjects like this, is people that get offended only listen to what they want to get
Exactly.
offended by.
Right.
They don't listen to anything else in
They're
your joke.
looking
Yep.
for it.
They
They're
only hear
they don't
certain
care about your point of
keywords.
view, where you're coming from,
Yeah,
what angle you're
nothing.
taking, anything.
Nothing.
They hear the words, crude, raw words, and
Yes.
that's it.
And they put something out, and the media is the ones that are like, oh, shit, somebody's revolting against an entire community. When it's like, no, it was one person that just listened to a couple keywords. They shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah, if you're going to be offended, don't
And they're calling out a comedian, and it's like, it was a point of view, and it's a joke. I've always said this, dude, check your ego and your thoughts and shit at the door when you come into a comedy club.
Absolutely.
All right? If you're in a restaurant, you're eating, and a comedy show just pops up, and you get offended by something, you have the right to get offended by that. You didn't expect it to be there. Mm-hmm. You could also leave. Yeah. Right? But if you go to a comedy club and you buy tickets, or if somebody bought tickets for you, but you know where you're going, and it doesn't matter if you don't even know who you're seeing.
Yeah.
You know it's comedy, and you get offended by something that's said, it's a joke.
You're stupid.
Don't
You're a dumb,
go.
weak person.
Yeah.
Don't go. Just don't fucking go. And leave.
Just how do you have friends that invited you to a comedy show anyway?
How do you have friends?
Let's invite Laura. She loves hating everything.
She loves hating everything.
Oh, we thought you brought your clone. It's you. Sorry. Oops. Get out of here.
But it's frustrating as comics to get that. But I do think we're probably maybe the only avenue to where we can say whatever we want and get point of views across and still make light of every subject. And hopefully that makes this turn where people can start being normal again.
I think it's just in this really like new phase where it's gonna people might come around. I don't know. I hope so. I think it's weirdly in parallel with like greater general social acceptance of minority groups and different demographics, which in and of itself is a good thing, right? Oh, look at how amazing we've come in terms of gay rights and things like that. And it's like, okay, but we don't also have to fucking kill the fun and everything.
Right.
Right? Like, okay, let's let gay people get married. Let's not be so like, oh, I can't say the word gay.
Are we not allowed to say that anymore? I always say, if you're going to take a word away from me, give me a replacement word.
Yeah, and it's constantly changing.
It is.
Constantly. I can't keep up.
Everything is offensive to somebody. It's so ridiculous. But I think, all right, what do you think about this? The generation, actually, me and you, Nancy, I mean, we're parents, and a lot of parents we know get offended by a lot of stuff. But I think people maybe 10 years older than us, those are the ones that are like, that's very offensive, and they get super tied up.
Like my mother, she's very. That's where I get it. I'm just like, fucking. Crazy.
But I think this too. The younger generation, which is, and by younger I say 18 to 21. That's the generation that can make the turn, but they're all hipstery and shitty and. If they would just be normal, then it could be like, we're not offended by any of this. Why are you guys getting mad?
It's all started with this anti-bullying shit at school. It's kids are all of this, and I'm just.
That has been.
Well, I will stand by anti-bullying. I do.
Well, to
feel
some
bullying
point, yes, but it just now. But I feel like adults took it to like, oh, well, kids can't get bullied now. No adult can say any word that I don't like. Or I'm offended.
Oh, yeah. No,
just parent your child at home.
Yeah.
I mean, look, now that I'm a parent, I can't say that. If your kid's getting bullied, I ask my son every day how his day is and what happened.
Yeah.
And look, and when he's and you can tell, like Nancy, you're a parent too. You know when your child's lying or if he's hiding something or she's hiding something. And they might not want to tell you that second, so you wait a little bit. You have the rest of the night to break it down, and you do. You get to that core. So if something's happened, my son's been punched in the face at school before, and he's told me. But he's told me.
Did you tell him to go punch that motherfucker
He did.
back?
He did get him back.
Oh, yeah.
At that time.
I think I heard you
tell
that story.
But that's what it's parent. I'm like, dude, if somebody's fucking with you,
fuck them back.
Fuck with them back.
Yeah.
Tell me. I'll deal with whatever I have to deal with at school.
Oh, yeah.
Don't get bullied.
Yeah.
I'm parenting my child at home. When you let that shit go and turn your blind eye to it,
that's when it gets
that's where the problems happen.
If I have a kid, that's exactly.
When I'm 68 and I have my first kid,
I would teach him to put his dukes up.
my dad / grandpa's gonna come down to the school.
But no, I'm totally with you, Kevin. That's how I envision that's how I feel. I'd be like, hey, if anything's happening to you, we're going fucking back. We're not taking that shit. And
yeah, you teach your kids how to deal with it. I've had to have talks with my kids. Like, this person was mean to me. Okay, what happened? Okay, well, this is what you do. Do this tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know,
I think
not to get weird.
a lot of and
practice.
there's lots of different situations. I mean, there's cases, slut shaming on social media and outside of where you can actually see something going on, and then the person goes and kills themselves.
One of the slut shaming stories I read recently, she's standing up for herself. The woman was caught having a threesome behind a building, and someone videotaped her and put it on the internet, and now she's like, hey.
What's that website?
Right? She's like, but she's doing this whole movement about how women shouldn't get slut shamed, and they shouldn't.
Right.
But then again, do we really want to teach people that it's okay to have a threesome behind a building in broad daylight? Maybe that's not the best thing.
No, I mean, I was talking more like in high school where like someone tells, Jenny went and slept with Marcus, and then everyone's harassing her on social media and texting her and telling her she's a stupid whore. And then, she hangs herself in her closet because she doesn't know that there's more to life than high school.
Yeah, and look, and even if you parent and you parent strong and you're talking to your child every day, look, when there's almost no preventing it when that happens.
Right.
It's beyond
some kids for
what
no
you can
reason
do.
Get like a bad rap.
Yeah,
with
and
the
it's
police.
super unfortunate. I mean, it's an awful situation, but at the same time, is that going to happen regardless? I mean, if they're getting made fun of now as compared to later when they're working in the real world, and they're just getting shit on because they're doing a terrible job. This is becoming such a serious conversation on our comedy podcast. I don't know what to do.
I know. It's really
Hey, but we're throwing in funny lines, right?
With this new generation coming, like the HR department's going to be such a serious job. Where right now it's kind of like a bullshit job.
Yeah.
It's going to turn into the
You've
worst
changed my
job.
mind. You know what? Fuck it. I'm all about bullies. I fucking love this shit. My job's gonna get shitty in 20 years.
Okay,
How
but I'll say
stressful
this
the
too.
HR job's going to become.
I'll say this too, and look, there's no right or wrong way to parent your child. I'll never tell somebody
There's
how
wrong
to
ways. Are you fucking kidding me?
But
We're not gonna
I'll
tell
never
them.
tell someone how to parent their child. I won't tell them you're doing it wrong. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know the way that I do it, and I think it works. It's personality. When that situation happened at school, and he got hit in the face, and then he kicked the dude in the nuts, I asked my son the whole story.
Yeah.
Because I was like, there had to be something you did to get punched in the face. You weren't getting bullied.
Oh, yeah.
You did something.
You could have actually been the bully supporter. Oh my god.
And so we finally broke it down. I was like, what? You need to tell me what happened, like from the beginning. I'm not going to get mad at you. I just need to know. Because when I go have a conversation with the parent of the other child and the school, if that comes down to it, I need to know exactly what happened so I don't come off like a liar and like, no, your son did this shit. I need to know the whole story.
Yeah.
And what he told me was it still wasn't his fault, and I know the kid that hit him, and the kid's just a bad kid. He's a dick.
But it was good to check for you to check for sure.
Because me personally, and I don't know if this is me doing comedy, but I always look at everything with an open mind, no matter what.
Yes, I'm with you.
And so when he tells me that, in the back of my head, though I want to take my son's side, I have to know maybe you were an asshole.
Exactly.
And you deserve to get hit in the face.
Not complete unwarranted alliance to your kid just because he's your
he'll
DNA.
Know not to be an asshole.
Exactly. And so if he kicked the kid in the nuts, and my thought too was like, okay, good, you fought back.
Yeah.
But if you deserved to get hit in the face and then you kick this dude in the nuts, you're the wrong dude. You need to not be an asshole to get punched in the face. Stop what you're doing.
Right.
And so there's a million ways to look at it all. Being a parent's a rough fucking job. But,
and you go, why don't you want kids, Ryan? Listen to you.
But I am glad it happened to him now, because this is a total learning experience from being bullied or bullying, and we're getting to the bottom of it now. It's all about parenting with this bullshit.
Yeah. I agree.
And knowing your kids. Mm-hmm. So anyways, hope everybody laughed through that last 20 minutes.
I laughed a little bit inside when I heard your son got punched in the face.
People are going to pause it. They're going to be like, I'd rather watch the rerun of the GOP debate.
Hey, I'm not kidding. I'm actually glad he got hit in the face, because you know how many times I wanted to punch that kid?
Right.
He at least deserves it from home.
Better use it
And I can't do it, so give it up for this kid.
Let's end
I used to do that joke and no one laughed. I could never tell it right.
That
It was so
his same strength.
No, this kid's a little stronger. But no, my son was cool. He didn't get a mark or anything.
He knows how to hide.
It's just shit. I've never been in a fight before. Yeah. So he's like, I got hit in the face. I'm like, you're so much tougher than me already.
Oh, yeah, he's been in a fight and you haven't.
Yeah, I know. All right.
That's okay.
Let's wrap up.
Yeah,
We got shit to do.
We gotta go beat Kevin up in the parking lot. Come on, Ryan, let's do it.
Well, let's bully your ass.
Well, you know he's gonna punch you in the nuts. You see that one coming.
right.
Tuck and roll.
Punch, dude. That's touching. I'll kick him.
That's good. I'm gonna punch you in the nuts.
I meant punching with your foot. What's that?
I'll
Kicking.
punch you in the nuts and I'll
So
just
hungry.
pull on your dick.
Gross.
I won't.
You're raping him. That's raping. I'm gonna hit you with my Confederate flag car.
I'm gonna go on Facebook and just cyberbully the fuck out of you.
You know what? If somebody was cyberbullying me, I would just delete my account.
Yeah, I mean, the smart person would.
Or I could hang myself.
Or just block them.
I don't know.
You can block the person for sure.
Idiot.
Yeah, you can't.
I block people when they post anything religious, let alone bullying.
You
me.
can't just go, oh, fuck that person.
Yeah.
It's that simple. I do it every day.
I would just
Not for
log
bullying,
off.
just because they're horrible at posting stuff.
Oh, God, I want to.
You're still doing CrossFit? Yeah, I can't talk to you.
Oh, is that still a thing? I haven't heard CrossFit in so long. Oh, it offends me.
You're going to tomorrow night.
CrossFit
I have a whole bit on
offends
it.
me. I'm offended. I'm racially offended because I'm not in shape.
All right.
Good night.
Everybody, thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed Ryan again. I did. Nance did.
I did.
We love you being on the show, dude.
Yeah,
I
thanks
love
for
being
coming
here. This is
back.
fun.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
guys. Appreciate it.
And everybody stay tuned to next week. Fuck, I forget who's on. But they'll be here. Whoever it is, they'll be here.
This has been another proud production of the Four-Eyed Radio Network. You want to see more shows, go check out www.foureyedradio.com, you winkers.